Tonight, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Ryan Tannehill and the Carolina Panthers versus Matthew Stafford and the Atlanta Falcons.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by their 32-year-old quarterback from the University of Georgia, the 12-year vet, Matthew Stafford.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
Well, that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly, but behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
He's brought down.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 12 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford, he'll get this to the rookie from TCU. That's Jalen Reagor. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Atlanta.
Stafford with a play fake to Swift, and he'll set to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Pass rusher extraordinaire, D. Ford that time, getting the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford complete. The tight end, Kelsey. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
3rd and long. It's Stafford. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So now here are the Panthers with excellent field position to start off. They'll be led out by their 32-year-old quarterback in his 9th season in the NFL. It's Ryan Tannehill.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw
under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Raekwon Davis in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
You often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. How it's long distance now? Let's go to that play.
To try again after the sack. Tannehill, and a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Pass interference.
Well, let's see who this is on. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Eddie Jackson brought him down.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 60 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know, he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They'll run a draw now with Singletary. And a short gain here down to the 22.
He was taken down.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll run for the first time with Hill. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford, blitz coming, and down he goes. D. Ford able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stafford, the tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. On the return is Jones. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They will run with Singletary. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Singletary. Jacob Phillips on the tackle. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and...
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And Robinson with a big catch. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He's brought down.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here's Tannehill. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
10 at the 25-yard line.
Here's Tannehill. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. K'Lavon Chaisson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Tackle made by Tanner Vallejo.
36-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd.
From the 36, Stafford caught. Kelsey, left side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Kelsey. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our 1st half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A throw on the quick slant, going to be complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. On 1st down, Stafford here. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down, Stafford letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Falcons 3.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Now it's Tannehill. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now a hit and a loose football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Throwing on second and long. Tannehill. Fitzgerald on the slant. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Cody Parkey on for the field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
And Parkey's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
Falcons 3.
So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
K.J. Hittler on the return. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. As far as the early games go on Sunday, we'll have our eye on Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. A big one for the Chiefs as they'll square off against the New York Jets. In the late afternoon games, one of the best of the bunch will be at Soldier Field in Chicago, where it'll be the Bears taking on the New Orleans Saints. And lastly, we'll wrap up the week on Monday Night Football. Definitely one to tune in for, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New York Giants. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. And now Ryan Tannehill becomes a focus of our players' spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Throwing again on second down. Tannehill. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Fitzgerald. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
And quickly finding Rager. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stafford, pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. On 1st down, it's Stafford. To the right side, it's Kelce. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing is Stafford. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Again, it's Stafford. And it's complete to Kelce. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
1st down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
Took till the 2nd half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 from the 12, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Dee Ford that time showing what he can do defensively. Credit him with a tackle for loss. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap for Stafford. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Strong coverage by Carolina, and on we go to 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
But credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
So here are the Panthers set to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Singletary to get the drive started. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way down to the 5. A big play there for Carolina. And even 70 yards. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. They run here with Singletary. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Devin Singletary, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got him in position.
And he's got it up and through. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. K.J. Hamler returning it. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Holding offense. What's that? That's not good enough, man.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Out of the gun, Stafford. Open man, Hamler. That's complete. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the 20-yard line.
From the gun, Stafford. Connection made with Chenault. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
12-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Stafford complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Quickly to Kelsey. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Stafford. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Operating from the gun, Stafford over the middle. He's got Shenault.
Stafford's pass.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Panthers 29
From the gun, Stafford. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. That escapes the sack, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Carlos Dunlap in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Another try after the 1st down sack. Stafford will try and set up the screen to Swift. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is indeed good. And that'll make this an 8-point game.
Makes the score Panthers 17, Falcons 9.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary 1st step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that. And that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
A 6-yard.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Looking sideline, incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and it's third down.
Chris Harris on the coverage.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Robinson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
4-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Singletary again. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Here's Singletary. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
A 54-yard attempt.
And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. So Matthew Stafford in the offense. Down by 11, 1:45 to play. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Stafford on first down. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us.
That's on the veteran tackle, Mitchell Schwartz. Operating from the gun, Stafford. This is Chenault on the receiving end. Despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. And that will be incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Stafford. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence. If they just get their assignments down, they get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but
I like where we're going with this. You say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for the Panthers, it's a nice win to finish off what's been an ugly first half as they move to 2-6. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos.